Here's the secret to retaining customers using SaaS metrics that you cannot afford to ignore. Let's dive in and talk about them. Number one, the single most important metric for tracking churn and keeping customers for life is the gross revenue retention number. This is the percentage of revenue that customers still spend 1 year after they originally buy. So if you have 100% gross revenue retention, that means everyone who bought a year ago is still paying you the same amount of money today. If 20% of them go away, that means you only have 80% of the revenue that you've retained from that original group 1 year ago. Now, a good gross revenue retention number, reference, or benchmark is, I would say, 82, 83, 84% if you are selling to small, medium-sized businesses. If you're selling to enterprise companies with multiple billions in sales, like the Fortune 500 or Global 2000, you want to shoot for a gross revenue retention in the very high 90s, 98 to 100%. The second metric depends on this concept called the value milestone. Here's what I mean by value milestone. In the sales process, your sales and marketing efforts are promising some kind of outcome to your customers. Use our software, you're going to save 20% more time. Use our software, your sales will go up by 15%. Something along those lines. So achieving that 15% increase in sales, for example, is a value milestone. So the second most important metric for retaining customers for life is knowing what percent of your customers achieve the value milestone they've been promised within the time frame that they've been promised. So you are promising a 15% increase in sales within 90 days. What percent of customers actually achieved 15% increase in sales within 90 days? If you don't know, that is a really big problem, right? You are not in the SaaS business. You are not in the technology business. You are in the outcome delivery business that happens to involve SaaS software. So if you do not know how successful you are, if you aren't keeping score of how well you're delivering for customers, how can you possibly expect to be successful? So what percent of customers are achieving the value milestone they've been promised in the time frame they promised? You need to know that metric. Third metric is to know how many days on average does it take a customer to reach their value milestone, right? If it takes them 5 years to get the 15% increase in sales, that's not good. If their average is 62 days, that's a lot better. If you don't know, that is a problem. You cannot expect to keep customers for life if you're failing to deliver on the outcomes that you've promised, and that you're not delivering them within a reasonable time frame that either you've promised or they've come to expect. If you don't even know if you're achieving the promises that you've set out, that is an even bigger problem. Do those three things: track your numbers, know how long it takes to get customers to be successful, know what percent are successful, manage all those numbers up, and you will have customers much closer to life. If you found this video useful, be sure to subscribe or follow my channel, and you'll get more videos just like this. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section, and I'll be sure to answer them. Thanks and have a great day.